Days, I'll tell you that. Quite the days. Uh, Crash isn't a strong enough word. That's probably very, very true. Things that have dropped down. I mean, this is crazy how far it's fallen. I could tell you I did not expect this at all to see this much of a pullback, but I can understand kind of why it's happening when you start to break things down, but it's not 100% confirmed as to what's going on there. Can you do a meme coin on the Chronosverse? I mean, I could create one. I don't want to do that at this point. Um, but yeah, things have been pretty interesting right now. Should I sell Jasmine? I mean, that's up to you, right? I never try and sell at the bottom, especially as things I could tell you I've never expected Jasmine Coin to get back down to these levels. This is why I had my leverage trade for 1.5 cents. And obviously, if it goes lower, then I'll continue with that leverage trade and try and find the lowest point for Jasmine Coin to have that 50x leverage and whatnot. But I was up a massive amount, like $1,000 plus the 750 that I took as a initial investment plus profit. So I'm still up $750, but now that position is back down to about $200 worth of a gain. So it's definitely falling down to a lower and lower level. And I'm actually going to make another Jasmine Coin leverage trade here at this level for the copy trading portfolio, which honestly hasn't been going great. And I wanted to compare myself to what's happening elsewhere. And there's other ones that lost 800%, which does not make sense at all. Um, but yeah, I feel very confident in what I'm going to have because I have like 2,600 going back into the copy trading portfolio today. So and then I invested in Ethereum at the bottom. However, we don't even know if that's truly the bottom. There's so many um, stop losses, or not stop losses, but um, support levels. There are so many support levels that this hit that I was like, this is support, this is support, this is support. I'm like, what is going on? Why is it breaking through all these supports with no problem? Like, very, very easy. And we're talking about every single day was breaking through those support levels, which was a buy. And it it honestly was just it's very surprising. Very, very surprising. So yeah. Okay, I'll put through that. Because now it brings back into play the 1 cent level, right? So people might be able to buy on 1 cent. You said you ain't selling till 5 cents. I'm not talking about my main Jasmine coin position. I'm talking about leverage trading. Jasmine, I still have all my positions. I actually bought um $18,000 worth of crypto yesterday. So I'm like owning outright. I decided to, because I had a bunch of cash that I put in reserve for a situation like this. Didn't really fully expect it to happen, but I was like, if it does happen, then I will buy more positions down at these lows because I can't pass up AVAX this low. I can't pass up ADA this low. I can't pass up Ethereum this low. So I decided to buy Ethereum and own that outright again. And then I also bought. I'm most likely buying more CRO in the coming days to get me officially up to 400,000. So I'm not selling my Jasmine coin. Um, I was just talking about my leverage trading portfolio. If you haven't already swapped to stables, it might be best to sit on your hands. Things can turn around quickly, and you have lost your wait, you have lost your position, but that's just my opinion. I understand where you're coming from. I know it's going to be tricky. What people will do in this case is they will sit on their hands and then they'll lose out on a ton of opportunity. If you're owning positions outright, then it's a clear winner, right? You're not going to ultimately fail to where it goes to absolutely zero, right? Unless it was already zero. But what you will do is find the lowest prices and the lowest prices, and you can average into these positions if you're buying outright. If you're leverage trading, it's a little bit trickier of a situation because you only have 20% worth of a loss, right? If it drops 20%, you lose everything that you invested. So the leverage trading portion is pretty difficult to kind of get your footing because you only have 20%. If somehow Margex would offer a 2x leverage, this whole entire time I would have been doing a 2x leverage, and honestly, it would have been solid. You would have had a 50% chance, so it would have been, if it drops 50%, then you lose everything, which they offer a 5x leverage, which means 20%, then you lose everything that you've invested there. But obviously, the lower it goes and the higher the ultimate price, you know, the high prices, then you know the difference that you can make up. And the lower it goes, the more aggressive you can actually be. So we'll talk about that. Hey, Matt, this is Gordon. Happy to see you. Big greetings from Germany. Making dollar cost average now when the U.S. Mark is opening. What do you think? Making dollar cost average now or when the U.S. market is opening? I mean, look, if you feel like it's a good price, you should make it wherever it is, right? Because yes, seeing the market open and maybe it could be a positive day could kind of flip crypto around because the crypto market now seems to follow the stock market. They both follow each other. Um, but sorry, I was reading something else. But yeah, it's all dependent on what you want to do with your money because it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's taking a risk because if you're buying outright, you understand the ultimate goal and it just may take longer to get there because you might see negativity before you see positivity. But like I said yesterday, I bought not at the absolute low. I was pissed because I was looking at my um, uh, all of my hundreds of millions of dollars in liquidations. Honestly, it should be billions at this point for how far it has fallen. Um, I was looking at my trades, and I think Ethereum was at like 2,300 or whatever, 2,300, 2,000, but pushing 2,000 or no 2,600. Um, and then I was looking at it, I was like, all right, this is cool. It looks like it's starting to cool off a little bit, and maybe within minutes, I go downstairs and I look at Coin Market Cap, and I see that Bitcoin is down to like 50,000, and then Ethereum is down to 2,000. I was like, wait, hold up, that was like 5 minutes ago that Ethereum was at 2,600 and now it's at 2,000. I was like, wait, I'm scrambling around. I'm like, let me go ahead and buy something. I gotta buy, and and it just started to rise from there, from the 2,000 mark up to like 2,100 very quickly, 2,200 very quickly. I ended up getting in multiple places by $2,150. So I'm happy with that compared to where it was at 3,000, 3,500, 4,000, 4,500, of course. Um, but yeah, I want to see that major success. What I didn't expect to see, well, there's a lot of things I didn't expect to see. But what I really, let me go here and let me add something because I feel like we're off. We got a lot of people that aren't subscribers on this. But yeah, 12 minutes. Save. Okay, there we go. Now the ads are automatically on. We got 174 people here, guys. We have 17 likes. If you guys can hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I did not expect this to happen. Now, the reason why I believe that this is happening, right? And as I go through the news, you're not really seeing a crazy amount. But when, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna hold you if you want to sell or you don't want to sell or you want to hold or whatever. You can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but Yeah. The one thing that I look at when I'm like, hey, why is this happening? Um, when you see ETFs are great for traditional investors, long-term investors, all those things there, right? Um, but when you see this happening, for crypto falling this much with the ETFs, understand that their goal is also to remain positive, to see that as positive as possible, and they throw the money into that specific cryptocurrency in due time, right? They're investing directly into there. It follows the price of Bitcoin, follows the price of Ethereum, but investing in that is also their job to do that, right? To decide to invest into it, when not to invest into it, be conservative and not be conservative at the same time. So they have to find a way to um, gain the most out of it or lose the least. So having that much into one place, that now you have traditionalists that are going to do that. They sell. Well, now you have an issue to where they're looking to buy low, so that ETF that follows Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, well, whatever the positions are, will have less of a loss. So that's a lot of money that ends up being on the outflow. Um, this is crazy though, to see Ethereum, Bitcoin drop this much after knowing you have a Bitcoin ETF, you have Ethereum ETF. After the Ethereum ETF, I thought, or after what Bitcoin happened, and I thought we were going to see Bitcoin or Ethereum rise like Bitcoin did, and then see Ethereum kind of fall off. We saw it, right? The we saw when Bitcoin did that. I think it went from like 60 or 70,000 down to like 40 or something. Um, so it's understandable to see the drop, but usually the drop comes after you have some sort of an increase. But yeah, my portfolio doesn't really look great. I just did a portfolio update yesterday, and today, let me go ahead and update that. It looks even worse. Now I do have to add some cryptocurrencies in here, but my portfolio went from what it was 165 and down to 133 here, and it's at and this is my outright portfolio, right? So I have no worries of it. I'm sold on what I do have here. CRO though is at a massive loss, and I'm looking to invest more into there. It's just um, difficult to buy on crypto.com without their fees associated with it. So I'm trying to figure that out. I have absolutely no money to invest, but that's okay. Bags packed, just smoking and waiting. This dip don't bother me because I have the same amount of crypto today as yesterday. Leverage is nuts. Yeah, the leverage trading is kind of nuts right now. I was talking to somebody on one of the videos in the comment section, and this is definitely a unicorn event, like a 100% unicorn event that I didn't expect. I don't think anybody really expected to see before we saw any type of an increase, because the only thing that was increasing was Bitcoin was up to a level of what, 65, 67, like really pushing up, and then pulled back down 65, 64, 62, 61, 60, and now it's down to like, is it sub 50 at this point? Let's go back here. Is it sub 50? It's 51 is what it says here. 50.7. You see Ethereum at 2.2. You see BNB at 423 from a level of 700 that it was at. Solana at 111. XRP at 44. Um, just so many things that are down significantly. And I mean, not just like you're like, oh, you know what? The market is down. It's like the market is crashing, where you have 17% in the last 24 hours. That's crazy. Because typically, like in the stock market, if it drops by 7%, you're like, all right, we're pausing trading. We're not going through with that anymore. You see, the crypto market, it's open. 17% continues to drop, and when you see that negativity, people panic, and then it just continues to create more and more panic. There's a lot of people that have been asking, should I sell? Should I get out of my position? If you believe in crypto, right? and you own crypto at a low price or you own crypto at a reasonable price and know that you have a lot of upside to it, then it doesn't make sense for you to just sell that position at a loss. But if you have any other money to add to it, dollar cost averaging is always a great plan for a long-term process. This is what I did, right? I added more money. Let me go ahead and let me bring up Coinbase. I don't think I'm logged into Coinbase. But I added more. And if you don't have any more money, then it's understandable. It's more of a waiting process. But for my Coinbase account, let me go over here and bring this up. Let me go. Can I shrink this? Why is this even like this? For my Coinbase account, I have still my XRP 100,000. I have my Jasmine 1 million. I added. I just say staked. I didn't want to stake anything. But I added another 5 Ethereum. Once I saw Ethereum at a level of 2,000, I was like, let me buy it outright because this is a great price to have it. So I bought 5 Ethereum. I bought some more Litecoin. I bought some more Avalanche, like 100 more Avalanche at a level of $18, because I think my cost basis is a lot higher than, not a lot higher than this, but it's higher than this. I bought more. No, I didn't buy more Solana. I was going to buy more Solana, but I'm glad I waited because it was at 130. So 100 probably be a good. I bought more Cosmos at a level of $4 plus, and more Anchor. As you can see, I have more than 33,000. I have 80,000. So I was buying more. I bought like $17,000 worth of cryptocurrency. And I'm excited about where things will go, but it's just so difficult to see that picture when you see things that are falling this much, right? You only see what's in front of your face. So, and what's crazy, and I was talking to Erica and I was like, look, the crypto is at kind of the best spot that it could ever be at in the form of like people knowing what it is, right? You have both candidates for president that are supporting crypto, right? That are pushing maybe more of a pro crypto stance, right? Because it's all about crypto, it seems like. You have a Bitcoin ETF, which brings traditionalists in there. You have a you have an Ethereum ETF, which again brings more traditionalists. You have the Bitcoin halving that happened. You have the ultimate conclusion to the XRP case. You have so much that's going on in the form of positivity. It does not make sense unless you get to a point where these, firms and that own a ton of cryptocurrency can easily sell off that cryptocurrency to buy in lower and create a liquidation train. We've seen these liquidation trains happen so many times. This is why I always try and take my initial investment before I, decide to continue on. However, I was never able to completely with copy trading, with my leverage trading, my individual. I'm profitable as heck on that. 30 plus $1,000 that I was able to capture in XRP. Honestly, the XRP has come back down because my cost base is 53 cents, but still that's owning it outright now instead of keeping it in there. So I was able to make a ton with that in the beginning. It's just I couldn't transition the copy trading right now. I'm trying to transition that and find the lowest point, which we're getting around to it. But as it just keeps hitting, when it hits certain levels of a low, that's when I decide to average in and can be maybe a little bit more aggressive. But I did not expect Jasmine coin to come down this low. I didn't expect Ethereum to come down this low, Bitcoin or AVAX to drop that low. But it creates buying opportunities, just leveraging. You have to find your footing. And it's crazy to see that like Ethereum just like a week ago was at 3,500 and now it's at 2,200. And it's down 22%. Right? Overall, it's down 33%. You can see that, right? It's down basically $1,000+ dollars. You look at XRP and how that was at 65 cents. And yes, typically XRP sees 65 cents and then it bounces off of that, like it'll pull back from that. But we expected a little bit more because we had a little bit more hype and we thought that the market would also push it up. But that's not the case. It's following the market. Dogecoin 23% down, 38% down for the last 7 days. I added something in there at 8 cents. I bought a little bit leverage trading wise at 8 cents. I want to purchase more of things, but I gotta see because even though I made these trades last night at a good spot, I feel like we're a really good spot. You still see the market that's lower, and it's just crazy, absolutely crazy to see things that are this low to give up a complete year's worth of gains. It seems like in certain positions. Um, Bitcoin didn't give up a year's worth of gains. It's still at 50,000. It's still at about a $1 trillion market cap. $50,000 is not crazy, but seeing you know all of this non-movement from altcoins, because typically what you would see, right, is Bitcoin runs, Ethereum runs a little bit. You see them start to level out, and now altcoins will then have a come up. Altcoins haven't had that come up. Altcoins should have been moving in more of a positive direction while Bitcoin was moving in the opposite direction. However, I don't see why. I don't see why that hasn't happened. It's just shocking to me. Everything's not really flowing in the same pattern that people believe that it would flow based on history, but also the crypto market is completely different than how it was a year ago and how it was last bull run, right? Because more people have eyes on the market, more people, retail traders, have eyes on the market, which create panic, and it's a lot. So I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. We have 307 people here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. I would like to get to about 30% of the. I always like to be at half. So if you can get me to 150, I would appreciate it. We're due for one. I was thinking ETH ETF is going to pump all ETH coins. That's typically what would happen, right? The ETF would pump Ethereum for a brief moment until you would see a little bit of a sell-off to where you would see a larger sell-off based on how much they hold um, and how much they decide to sell off um, with the ETFs and everything. That's what I'm referring to. But you would see it. I thought my gut instinct was that we would see it up to 4,000, maybe 4,500 before it decides to decrease. However, we saw 3,400 and it just continued to fall. Like that's not something that I truly expected from the first day of trading in the crypto or the Ethereum ETF. But sometimes like this is how you like now know that just because it's positive news doesn't mean it will create positivity in the markets. It's how people react to that positivity and how people react to the reaction, because the reaction usually comes from bigger holders and whales and all that, right? And if those whales have that reaction in a negative manner, like, oh, you know what? I don't think this is going to be great. They sell that position. It now creates a bigger reaction from retail investors. So it's all about how people react to that. Now, even if I did think that it was going to fall in any way, I did not think that we would see to this level. Like I thought 3,000 was kind of that level that we would kind of bounce off of because we didn't have the massive push upward. So we're like, it's going to be minimized the amount that it could drop, right? Well, obviously not. Um, it just continues to create liquidations. And I think part of that is also the liquidations, right? You create that train and then you see a liquidation at 3,000. You see a liquidation at 2,900. You see liquidations at 2,700 and 2,500. Knowing that 2,500 was a massive support level and seeing a lot of liquidation points at that level, it broke through that level very easily, right? Once it got to that point, everybody got liquidated and it's like boom, hit $2,000 from 2,500 to 2,000. Recession, then depression. I mean, if you save a little bit of money, then you're good. What do you think about meme room? I haven't looked at it. I think I've heard of it the last time I was live, but I don't know. I haven't but I haven't looked into it. I feel like I did a video on it. Maybe I have heard of it. I tend to look at a lot of different cryptocurrencies. So when I look at something, if I see it, I'm like, okay, um, this is great. Um, this is great, or this is bad, or whatever. And I don't remember. Sorry. Um, I would imagine lots of longs that got liquidated have flipped to shorting. I mean, yeah, but it's still difficult to see it at a new support level and now short it. It's like seeing it at a brand new high and then shorting that position. Like if it's something to where we're truly in like a bear market and we're seeing it over time, it's easy to short during that time because it's like you can see the progression of how far that's going to drop based on how it's dropped in the past and in the last few hours, in the last few days, and it's more of like, oh, it's dropping by 2%, 3%, 4%, right? This is like 15%, 20%, 22%, 30%. It's like, what the heck just happened? No one would expect that that would be the case after it hit a support level. So, like, if I said Ethereum dropped from 3,500 down to 2,500, you would probably say shorting is probably not the best option because it dropped so far already. It's already like $1,000 that it dropped down. However, shorting it would have been a better option because it broke through with all of those liquidations, which then now feeds into my mind as like, okay, this probably will happen in the future. So now let's start to factor that into it when we do see a major crash, as the liquidations that come into play and how much that affects the market. Pay debt with crypto is is a narrative to look forward to. Yeah, I mean, time to 100x long Bitcoin. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to do a 10x or a $10 100x long. Um, but you have to find the absolute low because if you do a 100x long, you have room. You don't want to have any room to go, south, because you only if you lose 1% in that position, um, you now lose what you put in there. So it's very difficult to leverage trade at a higher X leverage. Um, but when you find those support levels, the problem is that when we find these support levels, like liquidations get hit and more negativity happens. Which, I mean, I don't know, if you're doing a small leverage trade, you can do multiple. You can do 10 different support levels and invest $100, and maybe by $50 you can have um, you can have a solid play there, but it's going to take multiple times to where you touch each support level in order to find what that support level is, um, and what won't be broken through by liquidations. So I don't know. That's totally up to you. We got some tasty on sale crypto this morning. Thinking of grabbing more Jasmy, H bar, render. What comes down must eventually go up. Um, yeah, I mean, it's usually the opposite. What goes up must come down. But we see for crypto, and we know the future of crypto. Um, not we don't know it fully, but we know that it will be valuable and it will be used. Um, what you would do is you invest in it at the low point. You understand that it's going to grow, and you're going to see it go up. So I agree. I agree that we're going to see it go up, but typically you see the opposite. Jasmine down so much. I know everything's down so much, not just Jasmine. I got a big short in yesterday. Okay, you made a see. That's the one thing that if you do a 5x short, you have room to grow, and what you could do is limit yourself to maybe $10, $20, and don't do like a massive short level, but you could definitely make money on the way down, and that's probably something that I should always look into is spreading $100 in different positions as it is kind of crashing down to capture um, multiple gains there. But it happens so fast um, that now we have to see those benefits. I'm going to be adding another like $2,600 into my leverage trading portfolio. So this year is different. It seems that way. Hey Matt, can you speak on the last 90 days BitTorrent chart? Thanks. Not right now. Um, Jasmine, oh, I lose everything. Wait, what? Uh, long leverage rinsed. It seems like that's the case at the moment. Liquidations. This is something that will deter people from investing into the crypto market or leverage trading or whatever. Um, but give me a second. I have to go get these kids up and get them breakfast. I will be back down in maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. So just give me a couple of minutes. All right. Enjoy the image of the market not recovering. Besides Bitcoin and Ethereum, they both look like they're moving in a good direction here. Um, but we'll see how that plays out. I'll be back in like a couple of minutes. All right, we're back, sort of. We got 215 people here. We got 104 likes. Hopefully, you guys can hit that like button, get me up to 150 likes. I would appreciate it. But World War III is looming. There is a legit fear and panic. Lockheed Martin, is the only thing pumping. That says something. I don't know what it says, but it must say something. This is the next Black Monday. I mean, I'm bleeding so much. I think my organs stopped working. I hope that's not like true the way you're talking about that. I stopped looking at the market. It makes me cry. I mean, definitely on the leverage side, it does suck quite a bit because you're like, I know that this should be worth so much more, should be growing so much more, should be going the opposite way, but it just doesn't. It just didn't, right? Um, so yeah, hopefully we see a lot more success. I mean, we're seeing some success in Dogecoin right now and some of my plays in Jasmine Coin as well. Um, but yeah, it's still even some of the positions that I had. Like I had 21 positions. I had a lot of positions, and a lot of them have gone completely south, which is crazy to me because it's multiple 20x's. Lockheed Martin is a defense contractor, Matt. Okay. Great time to buy. Maybe if we're at the bottom, I think it's a short squeeze before Bitcoin does 100x. So you think you're squeezing some people out um, as we see that journey. I mean, yes and no. It's just like the it doesn't fully line up. It doesn't fully make sense because if you think about it, it's like, all right, that journey to get up there, if people are excited about that, who is squeezing people out? Um, who individually or as a firm or something, who is squeezing, has that ability to just squeeze people out by like that? Um, and maybe with their control that they do have, I don't know how much control they have. I haven't checked the numbers, but if they have a lot of control, they could create panic. And if they create that panic, then some people sell, which creates liquidations, and then those liquidations kind of feed themselves because a lot of people are leverage trading at like a 5x leverage. I'm telling you, if I could do a 2x leverage during this whole entire time, I would have done a 2x leverage. To then see major success. And then as we see a lower point, I would increase that leverage to probably 3 to 4 to 5x's. But it would be, if you have a 2x leverage, if you lose 50% of the position, you then can see a lot more success if in between it, because right now if you have a 5x leverage, if you lose 20% you lose everything. 2x leverage, if you lose 50% you lose everything. So there's so much room, there's 30% more room while using um, some, you could probably use higher figures. You could use $100, $1,000 and be comfortable with it. I sold everything around my house to buy more. How much BTC did Germany dump recently? It's like they knew something was coming. I mean, they could have created it. Central banks, BlackRock. So you have central banks and BlackRock. Oh, you said the same thing. All right, don't repeat it. You don't have to repeat it. I can see it one time. I mean, especially if it's all together. It's like don't spam. We don't want to spam. Um, can also leverage invest for the long term. I mean, you can. That's what I mean. And if you have a 2x leverage, you would be, the lower the leverage is, the more likely it is long term. The higher the leverage is, the more short term that it is. So if you have a 50x leverage or 100x leverage, that is definitely for more of the short term, because you want to see, like, if you have $100 and you have 100x leverage, or $1,000 and you have 100x leverage, you have $100,000 that you're trading with. That's a lot of money. And technically, you're only willing to lose $1,000, But if you go the opposite way at 100, let's say it's 1%, it drops by 1%, you now lose that $1,000 that you put into there. So it has to be at the lowest level possible in order to do a 100x leverage, especially at that amount that you're putting in. Can we look to see who liquidated? Um, Always move your stop loss when in profit. Yes, um, you should definitely do that unless you get to a point where if you have a strategy, let's say where you see a 300% gain, which typically within leverage trading you're going to see easier 100, 200, 300% gains, which I have seen in all of my main positions that I put in to play. I've been able to capture my initial investment plus so much more. And I really didn't need stop losses from there. But if you're actively trading and looking to sell all of it at one time, then yes, you should always move your stop losses to be more of a stop gain. But you're losing that, you stop you losing from that gain, right? So just a simple stop. Um, so I know stop losses always sounds kind of weird because people are always like, oh, if you had stop losses, then you lost. It's like that's not really the case. Sometimes you set a stop loss, you're crazy in the positive, and you set a stop loss from losing out on those gains, which would have been beneficial if I would have seen this coming for Jasmine Coin because I have positions over here in my leverage trading portfolio, my main leverage trading portfolio, um, that are definitely positive. Like you look at this is a 50x leverage and it's at a 40-cent price point. I didn't believe that it would come back to a 40-cent price point. I believe that this was the lowest point that we saw it, but I already collected my initial investment plus some profit. Here I collected another $700 worth of profit, $750 worth of profit. I didn't expect to see it come down to 16, right? But you know, it happens. It does happen. But still, I'm still in profit. It's just if it comes down to 1.5, which again is another support level, if it comes down to 1.5, then you know you have a little bit of an issue on your hands because you may have some liquidations that happen with Jasmine Coin at 1.5, meaning that if it hits that level, gets liquidated, a lot of it ends up dropping down to 1 cent, sub 1 cent, which would be crazy, by the way. Would definitely open the door for grabbing a lot more. Because if it comes down to 40% of a penny again, understand that that will be the official time to where I decide to purchase more Jasmine Coin, which I would have thought is unheard of for me at a 40% of a penny level. So I don't think it will, but if it somehow does, Warren Buffett sold 3.8 billion worth of Bank of America stock. Pelosi's dumped thousands of shares of Microsoft. Short it, dump it, short it again, and hold it at the price you want to force it down to buy cheaper. I mean, I don't have as much influence like that, but I'm sure bigger money holders have that influence. I believe XRP is still in the 2020 uptrend. XRP is probably the most consistent cryptocurrency that is out there. It's even though it's down significantly from where it was percentage wise, it's still the most consistent cryptocurrency that's there. Because XRP was at like 40 cents um, before this ultimate pickup to 65 cents, and then you know decreases back down to now it's at 45 cents. So Matt, if you can invest thousands into something right now, what would you put it in the highest return? I mean, if I can invest thousands into something, and I did, and I invested 17,000, it goes to show. I'm not looking for necessarily the highest return, especially now, because any of those speculative plays can have an aggressive reaction to Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of pulling back. So I would lean towards things that have more consistency, more you're more certain that they are going to make a move and be a major part of the overall market, which would be something like Solana or especially Solana. Solana can have a massive move back up to 200. It's at 117, 117 right now, 116. So honestly, I would like to buy more, but I need to check my bank account. Because I think this is the last time that I'm adding extra money right now for the time being to my copy trading portfolio. Everything else is going to go back into like my bank account and all that stuff. So, but I have to log in to see how much I have here because I know I invested quite a bit, like $17,000 yesterday. So I know for a fact, yeah, I have like a good amount that's in there, but you can see how much has been taken out. Obviously, it's a lot from where we were, but my goal is with my Ethereum purchase because I bought about $12,000 worth of Ethereum. It was like 11,500 or something. So I bought that, and I'm looking for that to run to a value of about 5,000 before I take what my investment was back out and put it in my bank account, which I'll take out more than my investment. I'll take out like 15,000 and then leave 10,000 in there, giving myself 2 Ethereum for the long term. But that's kind of my plan with Ethereum because I had 8 Ethereum before when it was at $1,000. And if it somehow finds a way to come back down to $1,000, one, I'll be upset because I have a leverage trade in there for where the price is kind of right now, or actually a little bit lower. Um, and I'm looking for that to push to a way higher level of like 3,000, 4,000. And honestly, just with that alone, with that movement alone, I'll be able to make up basically everything that has been lost in leverage trading in this crash just with Ethereum. So looking for that push. But yeah, I did not expect everything that happened to happen. Um, but it's good at times to see that. So we'll see. We will see. Let me go back here. What has dropped the most? So you have Lido Dow that dropped the most. You have Brett that's down to a $620 million market cap. To see Jasmine back below $1 billion market cap is crazy. Dog with Hat around a $1 billion market cap when this was at what, a $4 billion market cap? Something like that. Crazy to me. Pepe back down to a $2.6 billion market cap. I'm going to remain positive into that. I invested in it at like a $500 million market cap. Why did it exit me out here? Guys, if you could, make sure you hit that like button. I want to get me above 150 or 200 likes, if possible. That's not possible. Last resistance for Bitcoin is 48K. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to somebody else? Um, if so, you think Jasmine could stay at point like 1.5 cents? It's definitely iffy because it is an altcoin. It is something that reacts definitely based off of Ethereum and Bitcoin's movements, not just Jasmine coin itself. Um, so there's always a chance that it could come back lower, and I've decided to take that risk and invest. I think I only invested a small amount at 1.5 at a 50x leverage. So um, I think it's a strong support level. I do. I think it could easily bounce off there, and I think right now we're at like 17. So let me go here. Guys, if you want to start, I know it's risky. If you want to start leverage trading, I will provide the link to that, especially at these low levels. I'll provide the link to that in the description, or sorry, in the description as well as pinned to the chat. Hey man, so good to see you on here. So many on YouTube now giving bad advice. So you are a breath of fresh air and peace of mind. I mean, I don't try and give advice. I know people are always looking for it. You're always looking for like, say, if you had $2,000, what should you invest into? I mean, to be honest, it's about what you want to gain out of things. I could say that something's going to run to a certain level or I believe in something, but I have a certain strategy. I also have more money to dollar cost average into it to gather more in that position. And you may have more money than I do. You might, but there's a chance that you might not, and those strategies might not work out well if you don't have the same mindset that I do. So if I talk about something that has, that I'm positive about, then what you would want to do is look into that and see what you are willing to invest at what prices you're willing to invest. Just because I talk about something doesn't mean that it's the best thing for you and your strategy. So I try to do the best I can with at least giving people opinions, and hopefully it goes a long way. But I appreciate you saying that. Sold Jasmine to buy at a lower place. You sold Jasmine right now, or sold Jasmine a while back to buy at a lower price? Because right now you're pretty much at a very very low point. Black Swan alert. Margex got you wrecked. I mean, it is something that has a lot of risks to it, and if you a certain strategy will work in your favor, and that's why building the right strategies for you and how much money you have as an inflow will work. For me, my main portfolio obviously has had a ton of success. I've been able to gain a crazy amount with that, and I'm very grateful to be able to do that. For the copy trading portfolio, though, it's on the opposite tip, right? Where it was aggressively positive. It was positive by like $1,000+ and now it's down by a crazy amount because of the different support levels that it hit. No matter what it did, if I would have taken the stop losses that you would have at 20%, 10%, yes, I probably would have a little bit more to invest at this lower level. But I also, there could have been a change of hands, a change of events where it could absolutely explode from one of those stop loss levels, right? And those stop loss levels came in between the the support levels that you had. So let's say Ethereum, right? You had 3,500 support levels at 33, 32, the 30, um, or 3,000. You had some at 29, 28, 27, definitely 25. And a lot of those came at a level to where they were like right before, right in between support levels. So it's like that bounce could definitely happen while you weren't even looking at it. And you making a purchase at those support levels, which was the case, anytime it got to those support levels, I would find a way to make a purchase at those levels. Give me a second. I don't know what that was. Um, yeah, give me a second. Don't know what that is, why I did that. Okay. Those people wishing alts to go lower so they have a chance to buy again. Well, now is the chance. The problem is that most people will wish for altcoins to go lower, and then when it does, they get scared. You know, and I understand the fear because I've received so many comments where like, should I buy right now? Is it going to go lower? And there's two reasons to why they would ask that. One is because you you want to buy at the lowest price possible. Um, and two, you just don't want to lose money, right? And I think it's more of the second thing where you don't want to lose money um, in the instance rather than just to buy lower. And it's if you think long term, you're not going to you're not going to lose money until you sell the position, right? I look at it that way. Easiest thing to do is buy more of your highest conviction and turn off the charts until you're bullish. um, yeah, I guess you could say that. Set it and forget it type of way. Um, the Dow is down 1,300. I haven't seen what the. Let me actually bring up what's going on. My dividend portfolio probably isn't looking great. It's down $1,642, which is not horrible, but it's down quite a bit. This is my dividend portfolio here. But in the past week, it's down 2,000. It's down 2.7%, and it brings me back to kind of where we were. Not really where we were when we started, but the last year to date, we're talking about 4%, which is not horrible. Those buying more Jasmine as I watch. Do you think Jasmine will crash more? I don't think it's I think it has a support level very close to where it is at the 16, 17 level. The support is at 15. So if it does, it probably shouldn't crash as much. However, if the market continues to trend in this direction, it might not fare well for Jasmine coin. So just understand that. So I'm hopeful that we'll see the markets kind of stay where it is because right below 2 trillion, I thought 2 trillion was kind of that mark. And the fact that it's down to like a 1 point, what, 1.7, 1.8, 1.78 trillion dollar market cap. And to still see Bitcoin at a 56% dominance is crazy. Never would I have expected if Bitcoin had another crash after Ethereum ETF and all the hype we have around altcoins that the dominance would still stay around 50+%. Um, that's just the way that I think about it. Waiting for that altcoin season. We're all waiting for it. Let's see. But yeah, there's a lot of movement in the markets right now. A lot of volume, I'll tell you that. Look, $197 billion in volume. 204% up. This is crazy. And that's a lot of negativity that's gone through, right? Leverage trading, um, outright owning the position, buying, selling, shorting, all of those things. It's crazy. I was looking at the leaderboard of like the top the top copy trading portfolios, and it's crazy to me to see it to see like 822% of an ROE in the last week, in the last day, or 822% not positive, negative in ROE. That's crazy. Um, but like it's the point that you're holding from a low level and you're looking to see those ultimate benefits of it absolutely taken off. And I wish we had 2x leverages. That's one thing that I want to ask from Margex if I can get a conversation with them is can you add 2x leverages to the table? Is 2x leverages too difficult to add in? Um, is it something that's not profitable for them? Like, what's the deal? Because a 2x leverage in a situation like this would be absolutely fantastic. Because then we know for sure if we had a 2x leverage right now, let's say in Ethereum, there for sure it's not dropping down to $1,100, right? 1,500. Yes, if it does drop down to $1,100, then you have a major buying opportunity. But um, it's kind of I wouldn't say it's impossible, but I don't think it's going to happen. All I can say is 6 months from now, everyone will be saying I should have bought the dip. Yeah, true. That's how it goes. That's how it 100% goes. They need to think about the long term, and we are already deeply discounted. True. This is still the tip of the stock market crash. You think there's more? So, like, why is the whole market crashing? There's multiple reasons. I brought into a fact the reasons why I believe it. But when it comes to Ethereum, um, I think the ETFs are a good thing and a bad thing. ETFs create the ability to have one place that um, one place that can control Bitcoin or Ethereum and the narrative of wherever they go. Their goal is to have that ETF be the most profitable, ETF that they can be, right? Or limit the losses that you do have. They buy Bitcoin instead of you buying it. You're buying it through like a third party in a way. Like you're spending your money to say, here, invest my money into Bitcoin for me. And that's basically what they're doing. So they can choose whether to do that or not do that, and then get into it or not get into it, and then buy at a low point. And it's just like it's following the price of Bitcoin in a way. And typically it's about investing long term into that specific asset, but not but indirectly, right? Um, so it can be a blessing and a curse, right? Because they have an action to where they could do whatever the heck they want. Typically, it's about following Bitcoin and adding that into Bitcoin, but um, you never truly know, and that can create a complete downturn of the market, which then creates liquidations, which then creates more panic for retail investors saying I should get out, which then creates more liquidation, which then creates more panic, and it just keeps going back and forth until we get to a point where people are like, there's no way it could drop any lower. And then that's where you see that bounce. So, and maybe that was $2,000 definitely is a significant level for Ethereum. And if it breaks through that point, uh, you're going to see probably 1,500 of a price. Selling XRP for a loss is foolery to me. Yeah, yeah. I'm holding XRP for a long time. If I can get XRP at 30 cents, I might end up buying another $30,000 worth of XRP, getting me another 100,000 XRP. If you're buying the right assets for a near long term future, no sweat. I agree. I 100% agree. I do want to find the right place to invest into, though. Um, let's see. This gets back up to 3.03. That's 400%, which would get me 1,000 there. But I feel like I would definitely see a lot more. And you have Dogecoin, which Dogecoin is at 8 cents. I feel like 8 cents is a great price, but we've also seen Dogecoin at 5 cents, so that makes sense. LTC at a level of $51, which currently it's at about $51. I like LTC. I really like LTC. I bought more LTC recently. I really like it. Um, AVAX though at a level of 17 or $18 is just mind-boggling to me. Um, AVAX should be consistently up in the $30 range for a low end. I understand the lowest point for AVAX was definitely um, like single digits, right? Didn't they get to like 9 or 8? If I go back a year, sorry, I'm looking at something else. But if I go back a year, so yeah, it got to about the low point was about $7, $7 or $8. Um, and that's in the last year that we saw that hit those levels. And then recently, in that year, we saw things pick up, and now it's right back down to kind of where it started a year ago. From October 2023 to where we are now, it seems like everything is back down to those points, which again is crazy. Now it could be creating um, a higher, like higher high, higher low type of situation when you look at it closely or further away, but still. Guys, remember, if you could hit that like button, get me up to worst bull market ever. I mean, I guess they have to. You have to see liquidations. You have to see different things that are happening towards, um, I don't know, shorters. I really don't know. It's so like I said, I would have never seen this coming. That's why I didn't see it coming. If I did, then I probably wouldn't be in it this far. XRP is the only coin in my portfolio I highly disagree with. I hope you end up being right about how big it will get. XRP is the only coin um, in my portfolio I highly disagree with. I hope you end up. I mean, everybody has their own right to each their own. You can invest in whatever position you believe is going to be successful. Um, I believe XRP is going to be successful, and I'm not gonna knock you for investing into anything else. Um, I won't say that things are going to be a failure or anything. Anything could happen. We could see like there are times where something is worth absolutely nothing and then absolutely pick up because of just some tweet or anything, and it's like I couldn't have predicted that, right? I'm sure other people could have, and you predicted it, but I I could have I couldn't have predicted it. Dip before the rip, my prediction. I'll take it. Bought more CRO and Pepe. I want to buy more CRO, but it's a difficult process doing it on crypto.com because it costs so much. The fee, I've linked my bank account and it's telling me that it won't allow me to do it through my bank account because I have insufficient funds. And I'm like, I don't have insufficient funds, I'll tell you that. So I don't know why it continues to say that, but I can buy with the same bank account over on Coinbase and it's perfectly fine. So I could buy crypto.com over on, or Kronos over on Coinbase. They have it listed as crypto.com. I could buy Kronos over on Coinbase, but I want to buy it on, I want to have it over there to have majority of my Kronos on crypto.com. So that would be another, maybe I'll buy another $3,000 worth, get me to around 20,000 that I invested during this downtime. Um, but yeah, I would like that. Like, where's Kronos at right now? Oh, it's below 7. It's at 6. This I'm down like $18,000 on Kronos. Um, and I want to consistently continue to invest into how you think how low do you think AVAX can go? I mean, at this point, when I'm looking at AVAX, let me go ahead and look at the chart a little bit deeper. Let's see. Go out a year. Look at it with other candlesticks, not day candlesticks. So I wish it would show it a little bit better. Don't do auto. Pull that up. Okay. So when I'm looking at AVAX, I see multiple levels. It broke through certain support levels. I would say right now, 16 seems to be a support level. So right below 16, somewhere around 1590 something is a support level. You also have a massive support level at 10, uh, $10 or $11, sorry. And then the lowest point would be about $8.80. That's what I'm seeing there. So that could be a possibility. If it does, then I can guarantee you I have more money to buy more at those levels. I bought another, what was it, $1,000, $2,000 worth of AVAX. Um, but yeah, I was definitely shocked to see because AVAX definitely showed a lot of strength, but then completely collapsed down more than what honestly the rest of the market was collapsing down. 24 hours of 90%, 20%, 90%, 19% or 20%. But it's currently at an $18.25 price. 18, yeah, $18.25. Motionless people buying it. Give me a second. Hey Matt, would you buy XDC or AVAX at these levels? Well, it depends what you're a fan of. For me, I bought AVAX. I didn't buy XDC. Um, so I would probably say it depends on what you feel confident in. I think XDC will have a great future. Will have great success. You probably will as well if you decide to buy into it. But I just like AVAX as a top play. Something that's not only within the top 100, but also um, has a has creation that's happening on the chain. I feel as though is a bigger deal. It's just my opinion. Um, but that's why I decided to buy it and buy more. I think I have like 300. I would love to get to 1,000. Um, but if it comes down to uh, if it comes down to the 11 level, which I don't believe it will. Not 15. I don't think 15. I'll make a purchase, but um, the lower, let's say it's the 11 level, which would be tough. Then yeah, I would. But I would say the level that I'm expecting, if it's going to be the lowest point, is probably 14, something like that. Which I have a leverage trade that ends up getting kicked out at 15. So um, I don't know. They have 25,000 in a week. Yeah, my crypto portfolio looks really bad. I did add more, but still, just looking at the things I haven't added and how much it's fallen in the past 24 hours, it's down $36,000, which is crazy. CRO is the worst performer at an $18,000 loss, and honestly, it's higher than that because I have 370,000 Chronos at a it's not at a higher price average, but it's at a little bit lower of a price average. But then again, I still had more than I added. So let me go ahead and let me add that 370. I'll add 70,000, and we have not at this price because I didn't buy it at that price. We'll have to do it at nine, no $8 and or 8.5. 8.5? Yeah, it's 8.5. So I'm still down. I'm down $20,000 on this play. I have 370,000. So yeah, my losses are overall losses that are there. I still have massive gains, but and still up $12,000 on Jasmine Coin, but that could also take a turn. Terra Luna Classic, I'll be up on this forever. Solana, I'm slightly up, so I'm right around my cost basis. I should probably buy more, get me another 50 or something. But I don't want to spend too much here. I already spent 17. Um, yeah, I already spent 17,000, so I would love to probably just spend around 20,000 and then, you know, cut it until we see even lower prices because you never know if things are going to go even lower. So, but yeah, it's crazy to see the crypto market at one, the volume, $205 billion. Last man standing holding the bag. Got you. I don't know what you're saying. I feel like BlackRock, I'm buying everything on a discount. Hey Matt, hope all is well, brother. This is why people shouldn't invest more than what they can't afford to lose, like you always say. Yeah, I mean, if you're investing your rent money, your mortgage money, your like the things that you use to pay your bills to try and get a quick profit, it's not going to work out well for you. There's maybe some times where it could work out, but it doesn't mean that it'll work out every single month. There may be a month to where now you can't pay bills because you didn't make money that month in the markets. It's difficult to make a crazy amount of money or double your money every single month. There are people that can do it, but eventually they won't. And that will be a situation where you're like, you probably have to pull from your savings or pull from somewhere else, and it ends up getting really a really dark situation. So only invest what you're willing to lose, because there is a chance you could lose it um, very quickly, especially in leverage trading. Um, know that I do believe that I have a solid strategy, and I know how things definitely can look. But I feel like I have a solid strategy to invest. Bro, these are these coins. Wait, these coins in good for is good for invest in spot trading. XRP, Doge, Pepe, Bohm, Vet, Flux, Manta, Floki, Gala, Sol are. I think all of those are great positions. Are they good to invest in spot trading? Yeah, I wouldn't shy away from them, but know that um, some of them may be more longer term, some of them may be more shorter term. Like I would say Bohm, Pepe, some meme coins. You're not looking for aggressive like 10-year marks for those plays. They're meant to invest into to make money from them. So you get to a high price, you sell at those high prices, you make money from it. That's what those are for. Utility coins, different story. Brad Garlinghouse says he underestimated crypto's potential. Now he's calling for a $10 trillion plus market cap within this bull market. Yeah, I agree with. I already did I think I did a video on that a while ago where he said that $10 trillion, $5 to $10 trillion is kind of that level. He expects a $10 trillion level, um, and I would have to agree with it. I feel as though it's going to be massive, and some people say that this is the way to squeeze people out from being a part of the crypto market or being a major holder in the crypto market. But not me. I will be a major holder, and while I only have 133,000 or 130 something, I have to add Ethereum in here too. While I have 130, 140,000, I'm looking for that to turn into 1.4 million, $14 million, whatever. Let me add some tracking portfolio. Let me just go to the portfolio and then I'll add it there. Add transaction, Ethereum, 5 at a value of where we are, but I purchased at a value of 3, 20. So it was 11,600 that I purchased at. So I'm currently at 151,000. And while it did pick up, it's because I added that in there, not because the overall price is increasing. But I should see major movements in that process. I also added some into Litecoin. Let me go to my Coinbase to see what I do have because I want to make sure it's right. Go over here. And we'll update that portfolio live for you guys. Ethereum, yes, I have 5. Litecoin, I have 133. So I have 101 here. So I'm gonna add 32 to this. 32 at a higher price value. Oh no, it's 51. It wasn't a higher price value because right now it's 52. So it was at 51 that I purchased at. I don't know the exact price, but 51. And I got me 133. I bought some AVAX. What did I buy in AVAX? I currently have 323. So I'm gonna add 112. At a price of 19, not 18. And it's rounding numbers because I don't know exactly what it was, but it was 19 something. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I added anything else. I don't think so. Cardano or Cosmos, both of them actually. Because currently I have how much in Cardano? I have 411 in Cosmos, and I have 519 over there. So 108, 108. That seems about right with the price. um, and then Cardano, I added some. Let me go back here. Come on, man. Cardano, I added some, which I currently have now 8,400 again. So, um, 8,300. How much? How much do I have? 8,000. Do I have to add the decimal points? I don't think I have to add the decimal points. Cardano. Oh, how much did I? Oh no, I put 8,000. I didn't add 8,000. No, I have to take away. I have to take away four. Sell 4,000. Okay. So now Cardano, I have 8,400 like I do over there. Yeah, so everything's good. I bought about $17,000 worth of cryptocurrency yesterday. Man, if I were you, the amount of money you have in XRP, I'd have that in Sol instead. But that's just me. Sol has already outperformed XRP and will continue to do so. Wish you had more Sol, man. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with how much Sol I have. Um, XRP, usually the things that are counted out from the beginning, just because it's outperformed it, doesn't mean that it will continue to outperform it. XRP has been stable for a very, very long time. And the reason why it's been stable is because of the SEC versus Ripple. And once you have clarity of that, it opens up the floodgates of people now looking to invest into it, people looking to partner with it, businesses looking to partner with it, banks looking to partner with it. You now have the use because the SEC is not attacking it. There's so much more, so many more doors that are open for XRP once that clarity does become a thing. And I understand how it looks because Sol is right now kind of accepted by everybody. It's like Sol will be the next ETF and all of this stuff there. But all of these places had XRP in mind before they even had Ethereum in mind for an ETF. It goes to show how much they believe in XRP and the use of XRP and the connection that Ripple does have with all of these different banks that are, and yes, they're in different countries, different places, but that's the point, is to have those cross-border payments and transactions to easily connect with one another. But that's just, again, that's my opinion. But I have Solana. I do believe in Solana, and I would love to own more Solana. But I like XRP a lot, and I will continue to love XRP. I have 100,000 of it. I don't really need any more, but I can always buy some more. But what I'm looking to do is buy other things, looking to hold more of Litecoin, looking to hold more of Solana. I see Solana at a $100 price point, and yes, that's a no-brainer. Um, so yeah, let me actually, speaking of Solana, I wanted to buy a leverage trading position, not crazy amount, but just some, maybe like $500 at a 5x leverage. So that's what I'm doing right now is 5x leverage because it's very iffy on whether this is going to continue to have this type of reaction. So my liquidation point for that would be $90. Let me see. Waiting for that to clear up. Just waiting for that. Let's see what other people are saying. We have a live chat. We have 17 people that are watching on Rumble. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be over here. Um, If you have anything to say, I'm kind of reviewing the chat sporadically, but I do appreciate you guys watching over here on this platform. We're offline on Twitch for some reason. We're offline on Kick as well, which is weird because we're logged in through Streamlabs through Twitch. So it doesn't make sense how we're offline, but okay. Um, I think we are live on X though. Yes, we are live on X. Make sure you guys hit that little heart down there and be a part of it there. Also, oh yeah, that's the only places we would be. Oh, we're seeing things start to drop a little bit more. As soon as I make that purchase there, starting to see things drop just a slight bit more. Continue the pullback. That's what they're doing. Continuing the pullback. Let's see. Ethereum down to $2,222.44. $2,227. Down 3% in the last hour. Down 2% in the last hour. Down below 50,000. Once you drop below 50,000, it continues those floodgates. Open them up. Open up those floodgates. Sorry, I was daydreaming. What are people saying? Let's see. Just bought another $3,000 in XRP. This crash, I'm not worried. I hear you. It's not something that should truly worry everyone, but it's something that does hit you hard when you see it. You're like, dang, it shouldn't be crashing, you know? All right, where do we stand? Where do we stand with everything? This is history. Seems like it. Bitcoin below 3K by the end of the day because it rhymes. Is that what you're saying? That I'm surprised if that's. I'm surprised the fear and the fear index isn't only at 30 or is only at 31. Yeah, that's true. You see the fear all the way down here. It's not there yet. It should it should be at zero. It's carry trade the new subprime crisis. What? Imagine giving thousands to market makers in these hard times. The lowest in 6 years. Oh wait, you mean the fear index has been the lowest in 6 years? I didn't notice that. I don't really actively manage it. Where is everything else? You see Jasmine Coin down to a 1633. Is that where we stand? Dogecoin at 825. Litecoin down to 50 cents. Or sorry, $50, not 50 cents. Bitcoin 49.6. AVAX 17.8. You have Litecoin. I have another Litecoin. Jeez. Yeah, if this comes down to sub 40, then I will make another trade into XRP. Comes down to sub 40. But yeah, it's definitely iffy. Like it calls for a lot of funds to do so. Long leverage traders completely wrecked. Yeah, in a way. I mean, if you completely get out of those positions or get out of the markets, it's tough because you're continuing to create those like long plays. For me, anytime I see a support level, I'm in it, right? It has to be a major support level, and I'm in it. And I've seen that, right? I've seen the support level, or multiple support levels, and I've hit all those support levels, and also the price has found a way to hit all those support levels, which is not great. Um, but yeah, XRP is the king. Can't go wrong. Sell your house, buy the dip. Don't tell people that. Hope we see a 10-cent Jasmine by New Year's. It's possible, but we'll have to. I hope to see it. I was looking for a 10-cent to 20-cent level. Um, so let's hope that's the case. We need to see a conclusion to that case though for XRP, and we'll see the rest of the market kind of flow into an understanding of where crypto will go. It's just crazy to see things drop this much. I mean, Bitcoin, when you look, or sorry, when you look at Ethereum, you look at it a little bit closer or further away, I guess, you look at about a year, and you could see that right now at this level, it has reached the 200 EMA, which I didn't think that would be the case, that it would reach the 200 EMA. I thought the 200 EMA would catch up, but typically it always finds a way to come back to Earth. Um, Whether it has a massive skyrocket, let me go ahead and put this to auto. Whether we see, let me bring this over here. Whether you see a massive like skyrocket or whatever, like it goes up to a level of 48, 5,000. That's in November 2021. Pulls back to the 200 EMA, kind of levels out there, breaks above it, and then you see it have that ability to come back. So that's kind of what it's been doing. It's been touching and already touched it at $2,090. So touching that 200 EMA and obviously breaking through that 200 EMA is a whole different situation. What's crazy is the fact that we haven't seen an altcoin season yet. Like we see, Bitcoin back here that got to about 5,000, and over here it gets to about 4,000 some odd dollars, and now it pulls back again. It should have continued on that route, but we did see when we first saw that major push to about 4,500 that it pulled back to 1,600. And that's where a lot of people made investments before it decided to increase back up to 5,000. Now, I would expect that we're kind of, instead of being like here to here, we're kind of like here to here, right? So 2,100 down to 1,300. Like we're kind of like here, but it's a little bit more of an aggressive move. Matt, tell me it's going to be okay, and I'm not going to lose all my money. It's going to be okay. I believe that it's going to be okay. Now Trump is blaming it on Kamala. I mean, that's just how the election is going. It's okay. Both of them are for crypto, from what I understand. Um, Crypto always drops before a stock market crash. Um, this is a little bit aggressive though. 17% in one day, just a little bit aggressive. Typically, you can say 10% is a crash. This is just a, I don't even know what to call it. And this is a 30 car accident. Like that's kind of what it is. Or however many cryptocurrencies are in the market. That's how much of an accident it is. Who's getting rich? I mean, eventually we should all, but yeah. Guys, we have 275 people here. Get me to 275 likes. I would appreciate it. Big cap tech stocks. I can't say that. Big cap tech stocks. Do you think will have the best growth? What tech stocks? Um, Honestly, I've been looking more into ETFs, which are all encompassing. So I haven't really dove into uh, what individual positions are going to do. But I think in my Weeble portfolio, I have Tesla and I have Nvidia. Those are the only two that I really have. I wanted to have Microsoft, but I don't even know what price is. Let me check where everything is. Let me look at, go back here, go back to the last price. Microsoft is at $389. You have, for me, Nike's back to $70 from $75 where it was. Let me go to Nvidia. Let me see where that is. It sits at about $94. Huh. I probably want to buy more of that. Do I have the ability to, where was this, 135? Yeah, I probably want to buy more than that. I have to bring up Webull though. I don't even know if I'm logged into Webull over here. I should be. Let's see. Now it's going to tell me to log in. I don't even know my login. Nvidia is down 9%. Blah. It's down 11%. It's 12%. Don't. What are you talking about? 9%. It's down to $94 from 107 down to 94. Smart play was to sell and buy back in lower. However, a newbie, you round tripped total. So smart plays is to time the market. Timing the market is very difficult. If you're talking about holding in crypto or holding in the stock market, or buying in the stock market, being profitable, it's about just buying and holding the positions. Eventually, you'll see massive growth, depending on what you're buying. Obviously, if you're buying crap, then you're probably going to get crap. But for a lot of what I buy in the stock market is always about buying and just dollar cost averaging in. When I see lower prices than where I bought, I dollar cost average in. Add pretty much the same amount of money that I added before, which is 1,000, 2,000, whatever the money is, and then go on there. So uh, I just bought 10,000 more XRP. I hate to be, that's great. I hate to be a gloom and doom, but I feel like people think this is related to anything but the global crisis. This is much bigger than the market mechanics and technicals. Yeah. So people thinking that, oh, I'm gonna buy it or I'm gonna sell my position and buy in lower, you realize that you would have done that 7 times by now because certain uh, levels were hit during that time period. And Matt, are you still holding? Yeah, I'm still holding. Holding what? The answer is yes. No matter what it is, yes. If I've had it before, I still hold it now. Um, but yeah, um, I don't have the ability to buy in this pre-market. Let me see if I can go to my account. Bring this up over here. Bring this up over here and look for certain plays. Uh, Coinbase, Nvidia. I'm gonna buy both of those. Coca-Cola. I only have two over here. Oh, I have a lot of Coca-Cola in my dividend portfolio. I have two Tesla. Still positive on that. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Let me go over here. All right, let me deposit. Deposit about 2,000. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I gotta invest more into individual stocks as well. I just hope they give it to me soon so that I can purchase it when the market opens in the next 20 minutes. but I think they only make 1,000 available to me. So that kind of sucks. But whatever. Exit out of all these. So probably put 1,000 into Coinbase, 1,000 into Nvidia. Um, yeah, that's a good idea. How would you have known? Wait, sorry, let me go back here. Where are we at? All right, we have guys, hit that like button if you can. Because how would you have known it would go to 150K when it was 200K? Exactly. Well, it's difficult to predict. You can't predict the market. Smart thing you do is buy in the bear market and sell in the bull market. Yeah, I agree. Buy in the bear market, sell in a bull run. You always want to find ways to give yourself the most positivity, but typically, if you're looking for what I would recommend, and this is just my simple recommendation, is to buy in the bear market and then make sure you buy enough so that you can hold some throughout the next bear market, right? So you buy in the bear market, you sell a large portion or whatever the portions you want to sell in the bull run. However, you still have some left over to kind of um, to see, to kind of transition from the bear market to bull market to bear market to bull market and ride that through as a long-term investment rather than just looking at just short-term increments. Unless oh wait, it did come over here. Nice. Um, unless you're not going to, you're not going to hold that for a long period of time, like it's a short-term play. Jasmine down big time. Is it down more? It is down quite a bit, but luckily it's not down more than what it already was. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. Glad I had money on the side for this. We'll deploy more if it worsens. Yeah, I mean that's what I look forward to doing is when I find a way to take profit. People always tell me, hey, reinvest that money right away. When you see something increase, most likely in the crypto market, a lot of other things are increasing with it, unless it's just like a meme coin that you suddenly invested into and it somehow blew up to a massive level and you made tens of thousands of dollars from it. That's the only instance to where you might see something skyrocket while everything else is falling. The other instance, like you see Jasmine Coin and Ethereum and Bitcoin and Solana and all these, and you're making money off of those, a lot of times all the other ones are moving as well. So if you take that money and throw it into something else, you now have the chance to lose that just like you did if you had it in that position still. So what I'll do is I'll take some of those profits out, take my initial investment, throw it back into my bank account, hold that off to the side, and now I have literally tens of thousands of dollars to invest into the bearish momentum with. And honestly, I was looking to build up more and more in that specific account so that I can start investing in the bear market with maybe 100 or 200,000. So um, I can pocket a lot of money, but then also have money in reserve to invest at the lowest possible point. And that would have been great. I mean, I still have a lot of money to do so, but and that's only because I did start to save and start to put it aside rather than reinvest it. um, so, so yeah. Matt, wouldn't it be better to sell everything in the bull run and then buy back in the bear market? It would be, but it's very difficult to predict exactly when the official bear market is happening because typically you're going to see, like, this isn't a bear market. This is just a major crash. And it's based on a ton of liquidations where people thought that everything was going to skyrocket because of the Ethereum ETF. Um, and because of how you already have the Bitcoin ETF, and they thought it would have the same reaction. However, it had a different reaction, which created liquidations, which created panic, and then created liquidations, created panic, and that's not a bear market. That's just a liquidation train. And once we see the end of that, then we'll see it absolutely pop. But it, like someone said, it's the squeeze out before you see the massive run up. Why do people think 2025 is bullish? Because you have the a new administration. Either way, you have a new administration, right? Um, you have a country that is more pro crypto. You have connections with banks and the conclusion of this case with XRP. If that comes, it was supposed to come last year, but they say it's supposed to be this year, and to reach a settlement, which is just crazy to me that it's taking this long to reach a settlement. The only thing that they have to argue is how much they have to pay, based on violating securities laws, because we all know and we established that it was a violation to sell to institutions, and that's what the violation came from. It's not XRP being a security because it's labeled as not a security. It's not a lawsuit against the CEO and the chairman because that has been dropped. It's literally just how much are they going to pay in this lawsuit. And honestly, you can have a little bit, a couple of other things where you can sprinkle in what they're going to do with the escrow. And whether they're going to be able to, sell to other people or whatever. But it's mainly about just how much are they going to pay. That's all it's been about. But 2025, there's so many different things. At the end of 2024, it should be very bullish because again, with that new administration that may be more pro crypto, some portions of the government that cannot be changed no matter what administration jumps in. But still, if you have the ability to be pro crypto or more open to accepting crypto, then it's a big deal. Bitcoin is under a $1 trillion market cap. I saw that. Hey bro, I blew my profits on my first successful run with Jasmine Coin starting futures trading. I'm looking to buy back my position now that everything is going down again, but 1K in Jasmine now or dollar cost average. So that's depending on what you're trying to do with it. If it's a short-term profit that you're trying to get out of it, then it would matter to buy now or buy in minutes, because right now we're seeing continuation of this kind of negativity, just seeing Bitcoin below 50,000, seeing Ethereum kind of push below that. Well, actually it's above it now at 2,200, but getting to that 2,000 mark. So it's totally up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to buy or when to buy it. If it was me, I'm more long term, so I would think if I had a higher cost basis in Jasmine Coin and I wanted to buy Jasmine Coin outright, I would buy Jasmine Coin and hold it for a long term. That's just my opinion, what I would do. But I can't think in that way because the way that I see it is if I had, let's say, if I had the opportunity to only buy Jasmine Coin right now with my current financial situation, I would throw 1,000 in there and dollar cost average as time goes on if it does decrease. Not on the way up, but if it would decrease, I would dollar cost average in. But I would throw 1,000 in at this low level because it's very low. But that's just the way that I look at it with my financial situation, which is completely different than how you would be and how the next person would be. So how long will the crash / recession last? I don't think this is the recession that they're thinking about. But shouldn't Jasmine Coin gain strength with the Japan yen struggling? I don't know about that. I don't know if that really correlates because there's a lot of I would say there's a lot of U.S. investors in the Jasmine Coin versus um, Japan investors. Even though you do have, I don't know what the percentage is, but I definitely think there's a massive level of U.S. investors in Jasmine Coin. How long will I read that? But honestly, I don't know how long this crash will last for because it seems like different support levels are being hit. Bitcoin is back above 50,000, which is great. Ethereum above 2,200. I don't know what these kids are doing, but I feel as though it's not good. I hear a lot of Legos, and I hope they're not jumping around in it or doing a Lego angel, because that'll be ridiculous. Come on, just show me the playroom. Oh, she's picking them up. I want to make this investment before I decide to go up there. Caspa is a good buy right now. I mean, it is low. Caspa is lower. I have Caspa still. I own it outright. Wow. Wow. That was up to 20 cents. And to see that at 12 or 13 cents is insane. Um, that might be a good leverage trade right now. But that's at a massive discount compared to where it was. But also, so is CRO. So last week I buy these coins, Pepe, Doge, Manta, Loki, Sol, XRP, blah, 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 for a long-term investment in 2024, 2025. Yeah, I think they're good for a long-term investment. Bohm, probably not super long-term investment, but definitely having success within this bull run. Other meme coins, I think you spelled Floki wrong. But Floki is more of a long-term investment as well with the different things that they're creating and doing. So I would kind of, even though they're still in the meme coin category, I would kind of push them out of that. Oh my gosh, I had no idea that the crash was this bad. Let me go get my wallet. Luckily, you own cryptocurrency outright, though. It's not like a leverage play, which has been pretty pretty difficult. My portfolio might be down, but it is still way up from when I bought in. So I'm not really down. I'm still up 200%. Myro's dead. Why is Myro dead? I haven't checked it. No, always expect the unexpected. I mean, if you always expect the unexpected, then you're expecting the unexpected is what you expected. So so if you expect the unexpected, it became expected as you expected it. Does that make sense? So that doesn't apply. This is like a buy one get one free sale. Seems that way. Is this the worst crypto crash ever? No, it hasn't been. It definitely is the most unexpected one, but definitely not the worst crypto crash ever. We've seen. I can tell you that this is probably one of the highest percentages that we've seen in one day. Typically, we'll see 10% one day, 10% the next, 10% the next, 10% the next, or whatever. This is 17% in 24 hours. It it and the reason being is because is it because of the amount of leverage trading that's going through? Um, Liquidations get hit, and when you have massive amounts, like literally, let's say people investing uh, $10,000 into Bitcoin, but doing technically only investing 1,000 at a 10x leverage. Um, it's something that, or let's say you invest 10,000 at a 5x leverage, right? It's going to be it's going to be $2,000 at a 5x leverage, getting you to $10,000. Um, Meaning that you have $10,000 that's being traded upon, but $10,000 that's buying. And then now you have multiple people that also have that same amount. And when you hit those certain support levels that people see, it ends up creating a liquidation train where everything gets liquidated at one time. A large amount of selling happens at once and it scares people. I could tell you that there was an absolute instant to where it went from 2,500 for Ethereum down to 2,000. And I was like, holy, I don't even want to say it. Just, it was crazy. And that was because of the liquidations that happened at 2,500. It's a shame that I got no spare money. These prices are crazy. I know a lot of these prices are just unbelievably low. Some of them are still kind of higher compared to where where they were, and you know, kind of the low end. Like Solana was at $11. It was actually at a low point of like $9 or $8. So still seeing it at $100 is still a pretty substantial price, but compared to where it was at $200, it's a whole different story. Still waiting on the market to kind of open up a little bit. Sorry, I haven't gone to my screen in a while. There we go. Because I had Weeble up here on my main screen. I have 3 screens, right? So I have my main screen where I typically have like my like what's it called? My Streamlabs. And then I have this over here where I have the chat, and I have this over here where the screen is being mirrored. So if I thought I already had this up, but I guess I didn't. Good opportunity to buy, bro. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I feel like we're going to see a reverse pivot in the market. There's always a chance that we could see that. Can I go extended hours? Extended time? Can't bring extended into this for some reason. Is it because I'm looking at a certain chart? Ah, there we go. Now I can bring extended hours into this. Yeah, this is dove from 107 all the way down to 191. It's currently at 193. Let me buy 10. I don't want to buy limit. I just want to buy market. It's not going to fill me. Pause. Uh, Coinbase though. I want to buy. How much do I have left? Probably buy 5. 5 Coinbase. I don't want limit. Why you keep? Well, I guess it's gonna give me limit because I'm trading in the extended market. Pre-sale. Wow. Holy cow. I didn't even know this was at 163. The pre-market. Calm down, bro. Why do you need to calm down? Me? Or are you talking to somebody else? I don't need to calm down. I'm hype. Hype as all can be. Sorry. Man, your price prediction for Jasmine is still 20 to 30 cents for 2025. 10 to 20 cents for 2024. And then I'm looking for 50 cents in 2025 to $1. So the ranges are definitely larger, but it all depends on the things that happen really with the market. That's what I was talking about, Matt. I was talking about the 24-hour volume and the weekly volume. Ah, got you. For me, man, it refers to. Oh, for you, it refers to you. Got you. All right. Well, I hope this market. Now I officially turned negative in that Ethereum investment that I made. Well, that sucks. I hope that we don't see um a massive drop off from here. I hope that we don't see a $1,000 Ethereum price, because if we do, then I get liquidated again, and that will suck. But I have another 2,600 that's coming over here. It's just the problem that the copy trading portfolio gets funded at 6 o'clock every day. So if I want to put more money there, I may have to wait until 6 o'clock in order to do so. So I hope that this stays kind of up here and doesn't overreact during this morning, but we're now seeing the market that is open, and it's continuing to drop. Is it continuing to drop? We buy 5. So I have a little bit more NVIDIA. I have a little bit more, and I don't care if they continue to drop. I'm buying for more of the long term. I bought a little bit of Coinbase, but I could probably buy a little bit more, 2 more. Or I could buy something else. My 5 shares of Coinbase have been filled. So I now have $2,700 worth of Coinbase and $1,800 worth of NVIDIA. Where's the current value? It's at 92. Coinbase is at 91. I guess I could probably buy a little bit of something else. Let me buy this position. Not a limit order. I don't want to limit. What the heck is your problem? Okay, we're good. Stock market opened and getting wrecked. I tried to explain to my buddy last night that crypto is a risk on assets, which is why it's crashing. Yeah, I mean, explaining crypto to people that don't understand crypto is definitely a mission. Um, but it's worth it if they're willing to understand or willing to learn. Then it's always great. It's just some people may catch it at the wrong time. They're like, oh, I really like how much you're making in crypto, and it's like you're seeing how much I made in crypto shows that you're investing maybe at the worst time possible or at a bad time because um, if I'm making money and you're excited about that and you want to now get into it, you're now investing at a little bit of a high, which means you get into the trend of buying high, selling low. Um, when you want to be in a buying low, selling high. Brad Garlinghouse is now playing the violin. For what? What are you talking about? I don't get what you're saying. Jeez, to see these positions down by so much is crazy. It's crazy. And to see it just maybe even continue to drop. Yeah, but buying Coinbase for me at 166, I think it's a steal. Buying it at 100 is a steal. Buying it at $50 is a steal. I would have loved to have had money at those points, and now I have a little bit of money and I'm trying to throw it everywhere. But I got to calm down and not buy everything because I don't want to spend everything that I have. What's pumping? Oh, yeah. Looks like Coinbase is pumping, so that buy has been good so far. But I still am down on some things. We're also seeing the crypto market start to make a little bit of a move. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see everything run. That's what I want to see. Sol is up to 117. You see Jasmine Coin, that's up quite a bit. You see Dogecoin, that's up quite a bit, up to $40 so far. Let's get it. Let's see some more pumping. You see my Ethereum up to $380. That's moving. Let's see some of these come back from LTC to hopefully get up to the 60 cent level or $60 level again, because that's way far away. Everything else is kind of close. Right, this LTC is kind of close. Um, so yeah, just want to see more positivity. I don't want to see the negativity. We've been seeing too much right now. I want to see it explode, bounce off of this low level here and push back up to 3,200. Pump, you son of a bitch. Go crazy, Matt. YOLO. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go I don't want to go crazy because I have taxes to pay at in the beginning of next year, so I'm trying to make sure I keep my money for taxes. Thanks for your morning videos to help understand. Yeah, no problem. We're gonna let this go for like 30 minutes, and we're gonna see how this fully reacts, and hopefully it reacts in a positive way. But right now with Nvidia, it's kind of pushing up from 92, where I decided to buy more of it, which is great, um, to where we are now, 94. Fantastic. But we want to see a lot more, get back up to 101. I did buy some Coinbase, which is now up to 169. So hopefully that continues to pick up. This dog is running around. Yeah, I hope to see things change a little bit. Up to 2,270, up to 51,000. Let's go. Let's continue to pump. That's what we want to see. Did you poop your pants as well? No. Matt, sell your house and buy so the market will pump. My house is only worth like $1, like $1.50. Dollar and some change. Ooh. Sometimes you just need to stretch. Ah. Dogecoin pumping up. Let's go. Cardano still getting hit hard. Oh, okay. It just changed. 29 cents for Cardano is insane. $18 for Avalanche, 2% up. Let's go. Shiba Inu also seeing a little bit of a pump. Maybe I could find a good play there. Litecoin up to $52. It's good to see. Caspa, come on, give me some positivity. That's all we need is some positivity. We need to see some green in the market. All we've seen is just red. Red for the past week. That's all we need to see is red. What are you laughing at? Oh, because it said, did you poop your pants? At least Jasmine is in the hour up. Oh, it's up in the hour. Yeah. There's a lot of things that are up in the hour right now, which is definitely a good deal. All I want for Christmas is Jasmine at $1. I would love that too. What's the sentiment for it to move back up? I mean, crypto should be worth a lot more. The only reason that it fell was because of the massive amount of liquidations. I don't know exactly how much in liquidations there were. Let me see. Crypto liquidations. Can't spell. Liquidations. Crypto futures record 1 billion in liquidation. $1 billion in liquidations as Bitcoin novices. Don't say that. Probably not right. Ethereum slumps, nosedives. Why did I say? Oh, buddy. I can't read. Ethereum slumps most since 2021. Yeah, the fall off has been crazy. $1 billion in oh this CoinDesk article. This crypto tracks futures saw over 1 billion in liquidations. 1 billion. 1 billion. I think they made a mistake. $1 billion in liquidations in the past 24 hours amid a market sell-off, with Ether futures recording 304 million in liquidations. Crazy. 27 million on HG exchange. Wow. That's the reason why you saw the crash, is because of the liquidations that happened in the market. Bitcoin really trying to rip. I'll take it. Fidelity is crashing right now. Can't even put my bags in or my buys. Matt, if Jasmine gets to $1 and you don't sell everything, I will cry for you. I'm not selling everything at a dollar. I'll sell majority of it at certain portions, and I won't even hold 1 million Jasmine coin at that level. But when Jasmine coin does get to a dollar, um, I will already have a massive amount of profit, and I will take um, probably a good $100,000. I might only make 400, $500,000 from it, which I'm perfectly fine with. I put $10 into Bitcoin and I got $50 just sold short term. I'll take it, and I'm sure you just took it. So that's great. Careful using market orders. Yeah, I know, because if you use market orders, they can be far away from the actual price. Um, Especially if the ask and bid price are very far away, especially if the market is moving aggressively. So I bought in before the market was even moving aggressively, and my purchase price was really low. But yeah, I know what you mean. Um, I just want to see Bitcoin back up to 2,500, then back up to 27, then back up to 3,000. I just want to see it move aggressively in the right direction. Daydreaming here. There we go. Um, let's see what the stream is saying. Good time to add a few 100K or more to your CRO bag, Matt. I know. Um, I how much is or where's CRO at? Because it was at seven. It was at below 7, and it's still at below 7, right? Unless it's gonna update. It's still right below 7, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Like, I feel like I'm adding too much into the crypto market right now because I want to get up to 400,000 officially, but I feel like I'm adding too much. Bitcoin will hit 80K this week. Trust me. I'm coming back for you, Jonathan Teo. I'm coming back if it doesn't hit 80K this week. Is Cardano worth to buy in right now? I did buy in at a little bit higher of the level that it's at now. I think it's at like 29 cents. I bought it at 31 cents. So I don't think Cardano's dead. I think Cardano's definitely worth it. It just hasn't seen the same hype that it has seen last year. Um, Even though it did see a little bit of a pickup, it just somehow tailed off and trailed off. I don't know the word, the phrase there, but did fall off a little bit and stayed down there, which a lot of other things started to increase, which is crazy to see Cardano stay there while everything else is making a move. Um, but yeah, oh, we're starting to see it pull back just a little bit. Things are trying to recover, but I smell of a dead cat. What? Well, the pump is fading. Yeah, I can see that. Pump is fading just a little bit. We just needed to level out. Typically, when you see it drop by so much, you see a bounce. And we did see that bounce, I guess, from last night when things hit ridiculously low lows and started to recover a little bit. Like, that's kind of where that bounce is. And hopefully, we see some stability for a little bit rather than just see it absolutely skyrocket. I would love to see it skyrocket, but I want to see it kind of level out a little bit. Only two things that are green are stable coins. Yeah, everything else, I mean, you still see it. Bitcoin 18%, 16% for XRP, 18% here, 18% here, 16% here, 18, 17, 18, 17, 25% for Chainlink. It's crazy. Um, Maybe I should buy some Chainlink. I think Chainlink is good at $8. I could tell you, I did not, I 100%, 1,000%, like I could say it multiple times, I did not expect all of this that has happened to happen, you know? Let's see, where's Link? Let's do it 5x. I'm just doing 5x leverages. Um, Here you go. That's honestly not like I see some of these liquidation prices. I'm like, how is that 20%? Um, but it is, right? It is. So you look at it and you're currently at 9. Um, about 2 cents would be that. Yeah, I guess it just bothers me. I want to see a liquidation price of like prices it never hit before, in low levels. All right, let's see how this works out. I'm currently up on this Jasmine coin play that I made because it's at 17 right now. I'm up $90 on that. But it's a lot to make up. More like if we look at my copy trading portfolio, there's a lot to make up, which honestly could happen with what is he here for? Give me a second. I'll be right back. What did I miss? Oh, okay. So everything's kind of moving a little bit. Hold up. We got a lot of things that are positive right now. Ethereum, making a move up to 23, 23.4. Um, my link position that I just bought is up by $13. My Pepe position is up by $10. $100 for Jasmine coin, $82 for Dogecoin, um, $12 for LTC. That's good to see. This is great to see. Bitcoin is still down for me. I have a $54,000 position. I didn't put $54,000. I'm saying it was at $54,000 when I invested into it. Also, AVAX at 19.4. Want to see that increase? Litecoin at 55. Gotta see that run. And I have another Litecoin I think at like 60. So things are they're looking up. Finally seeing some green in the market. Finally seeing some green after a number of days. All right, well, guys, I'm very excited for at least seeing something positive today. I'm going to continue to hold my Ethereum position, hopefully get up to about 3,200, which would eventually make back everything that was lost in leverage trading. I obviously want to make back more than just that, but $2,000 is a great price to have for Ethereum. Um, and yeah, and I want to just see success for everything, not just Ethereum, but everything that's there. Um, it'll be my first time at least get 5 cent Dream on Jasmine Coin. Yeah, I mean 5 cents is a no brainer. I have this I have like paint on my hand. Let's see if I can get it off with some water. Nope. But I wish it would go to $1. Yeah, I think again, my opinion is Jasmine Coin is going to hit tens of cents, but then definitely have that ability to go to $1, and I would love to see it get to $1. My belief is that we are going to see $1 in 2025, but only time will tell, right? I wish I had a ton of cash right now. I know. I wish I had a ton. I mean, I do have a good amount, but I wish I had like hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest. That was free to invest, but I don't have that. Um, so it's whatever. We're emptying the stock market to get into the crypto market. It's about to boom. So the stock market's coming down. No, the stock market, I mean, Nvidia's back up to $99. Yeah, Nvidia's back up to $99, which means my uh positions that I just bought are definitely doing great. Nvidia as well as Coinbase. Coinbase up to 184 from 160. So that's fantastic. But it's still not back to where it was. Like if I look at my portfolio, um, it's still not back up to where it was. But Tesla's doing good, Nvidia's doing good, Coinbase is doing good. Um, Still have not the best situation going on with AMC, but let's hope for that to reverse. Start driving for Uber and Lyft and get more cash to buy crypto. I mean, yeah, you could do that. Um, you can always find different ways to buy cryptocurrency. And I had a buddy tell me he has tens of thousands of dollars in free capital and doesn't want to throw it throw it in at least some to bills. He's like I'm fine. I understand their hesitancy, um, but then they always have that same answer, same question, like or statement. I should have thrown money into crypto when you told me to. It's like, yeah, you should have, but I don't want it to get to that point. I don't want you to have to say you should have done it when I told you to. You should hear what I'm saying, look into it, and invest. It's not about me telling you. When I tell you, like, oh, crypto would be a great time to buy right now, it doesn't mean that I'm like, hey, you need to buy no matter what the situation is, buy right now. I'm telling you, it would be a great time to buy. It'd be a great time to look into it if you don't know about it. So look into it. Yeah, good time to buy Dogecoin. I mean, Dogecoin is at a low level. It's at like 8 cents. I mean, good time to buy Coinbase, or sorry, Coinbase, Crypto.com or Kronos Coin, wherever that is. Litecoin is at 53. It's great to see. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did. Um, Cosmos, that's at a good level. Well, a good level to buy. Let's see. Where's Kronos? I feel like it's up higher. There it is. 7 cents again. It's so tough. I hold so much Kronos, and I also bought a lot of, like, it's at the top of my portfolio. It's still at the top of my portfolio, even though I'm down significantly. Like, I still own $26,000 worth of Kronos at 370,000 CRO. So it's still a lot. Um, so I don't really want to. I want to buy more, but I don't want to buy more at the same time. I think what it's going to be is the 70,000 that I have is going to be for selling at a level of $1. Um, and then 300,000 is going to be for all other levels that we do see there, just to capture my initial investment, which again, I'm down $19,000. So from 30, 40, $45,000 there. I've invested more into XRP, but I've also invested kind of up there, right? Almost equally the same amount of money into this play. Matt, your thoughts on Cardano? I like Cardano. I bought Cardano just recently. I bought more, and now I hold 8,000 Cardano again instead of 3,000, 4,000, 3,000 or 4,000. So I'm looking at about $2,500 worth of Cardano. I like Cardano. I feel like it hasn't had the reaction that it should have had. But with this bull run, I think we will see more. Same thing goes with Avalanche. I like Avalanche at this price. Um, I think it's going to have major success. I probably should have bought more Solana at 110, but I didn't. So that's on me. But yeah, these are all my positions. My portfolio is back up to 163, but that's only because I added more into the portfolio. Like, I added some from here to here, from 37 up to 55. So we've gone from 55 up to 63. So I just want to see Ethereum succeed. It is above my cost basis, which is great. I'm $100 up on the ones that I did buy there. Trust me, I tried, but stubborn is his middle name. I mean, it happens. People are when they have either losses, or it looks like you see any type of losses, you see the volatility. People don't want to. They only invest into what they're used to. They say you're used to what you're used to, and that's true. I was like, it's a guaranteed return with bonds, bro. Um, let's see. We got 18 people over here on Rumble. We have nobody on Twitch, nobody on Kick. We have a bunch of people on X. And I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Actually, why did I exit out of that? I needed that. Do liquidations, go into that. We're going to talk about that maybe in a future, in a video. What's your favorite crypto and favorite stock? My favorite stock is probably Coinbase. No, sorry. My favorite stock is probably AMC, because I love what AMC is all about. Movies and everything there, and how big they are. If it wasn't for AMC, my childhood, part of my childhood would suck. Because that's one of the things we could always do. We could go to like the movie theater and bring in our own candy and not spend a crazy amount of money and go and watch a great movie. Watch Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, The Amazing Spider-Man, all of the superhero movies and different stories. And that's where I would go to kind of remove myself from the reality that I had in the world, which was the fact that we didn't have a boatload of money. We were very poor, and when we did have those times where we could have we can go to a movie when we had a little bit of money, we would do that. Um, we would also go to the Dollar Theater as well, which was like right across the street. But we liked going to AMC a little bit better than the Dollar Theater. But still, um, it was great to go to the movies either way. Um, which the Dollar Theater was cool because you could like bring your own bag and you would get a boatload of popcorn. You would get a boatload of popcorn for like a certain amount. Um, and once you bring your own bag, it would cost you a fixed amount to get that big of a bag of popcorn. There were people that were bringing in trash bags and they would get that much popcorn. I mean, it wasn't super profitable for them, but popcorn is also inexpensive or was inexpensive. Now it's super expensive. But either way, AMC is that for the stock market. And my favorite cryptocurrency is probably, that's tough to say because it's probably between XRP, Kronos, and Jasmine Coin. Um, and I'd probably say Kronos is the first one that I've had an experience with, so I would probably say that. XRP, I really like in the form of utility, and Jasmine Coin as well, and the form of popularity. So I like all three of those, but I would have to say, let's say CRO first. Whoever's still holding through this crash and subsequent crashes, see you guys in Valhalla. That's funny. All right, I got to get out of here, guys, because I got to get up to these kids and go and see what they're doing, and also clean because our house is not the cleanest right now. Um, because yeah, we went to go see Kids Bop live yesterday, and that was fun. To see the Harper and all of her songs that she listens to. And Hayden was just staring at all the bright lights. But yeah, it was fun. So I gotta clean this house and do some laundry and all that stuff. I'll be back with some videos. I also have a video that's coming out on the credit card channel. Hopefully you guys can enjoy that. If you guys want to start leverage trading, feel free to do so. I know it's kind of um, a difficult situation to get into now, but this would be the time to be a part of that if you are seeing a low, low, low price here to suddenly start getting introduced. You don't want to get introduced at a high price because then that's when you get introduced to buying high and selling low. You want to buy low, sell high. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch